Hi there guys, my name is Dennis. As you can see, I'm a fellow amputee. Lost my hand in a work accident 5 years ago, and as you can see, I'm a mountain biker as well. So just to give you a little bit of info of what I do, I'm riding on our Cape Town trails here in South Africa, and I'm part of the mountain bike group with the Tigerberg mountain bike group, and I'm a marshal on their trails as well. So we often help other trail riders, we monitor our trails and make sure everybody's safe. Also part of a group called Slow Coach, where we take beginner riders out, teach them the trails, how to handle the bike, just the basics around using the bike, brakes, gears, etc. Teaching them all the trails, from the cheap tracks to the single tracks, just getting them used to getting back on a mountain bike. There's not many amputee riders in Cape Town. I haven't seen any on our trails in the Tigerberg network. However, if there is anybody out there that needs assistance getting back on a bike, or that would like to try and get on a bicycle, nothing's impossible. There's a group in Joburg, most of them have got below knee or above knee amputees. They ride. It doesn't matter what's wrong with you, you can make an effort, you can ride. Nothing's impossible if you put your mind to it. I'm at the moment experimenting with a new prosthetic sleeve or liner that I got from Germany. This one is specifically for sports related because it is porous inside. So whatever you sweat, it will let the sweat out. I'm sure a lot of you can agree with me that you are amputees. As soon as you start getting into sports training, you have to stop every now and then because your liner gets full of sweat and your arm will end up slipping out, or your leg. This specific liner here is actually meant for below leg or below knee. I'm still struggling to find one for arm. These we got in from Germany. We couldn't find any of these in South Africa because they're especially made for the sports guys. Stewart, Crossford and Jaco van Gas, the British athletes that were here doing the Cape Epic last year, they put me in contact with their liner supplier in Germany, and I managed to get one of these imported here with the help of my prosthetic guy Jan Brandt down here in Cape Town. So he's becoming the agent for these liners in South Africa. They're very good. They're a little bit thicker than the normal ones, but as I said, the advantage is that the liner has got micro pores in it, so any liquid or sweat that is in here, it actually escapes through the liner itself, so you don't have to always stop or take it off your leg and have to dry to get, otherwise you might just slip out of your liner. It fits like any other liner does. You slip it on, and then obviously the liquid will come out through the pores in the liner down the sides, and then this as per normal, this is a prosthetic arm that was made for me for the bike. It's the same type that they would use for the claw that goes on the strap-ons. I don't use those things. I've become so accustomed not using any prosthetics except for on the bike. And as per normal, clips in with the release button on top. But yeah, the amputees out there would know what I'm talking about. But these liners, excellent. I've been using it now for about 4 months. And I haven't had any issues where I've had to stop every 20 minutes on a hot day and dry my arm because it might slip out on the trail. Now the liquid is running out of a little hole in the front here, so whatever runs out the arm just drips out the bottom. Does sound gross, but you know what, the arm does sweat. Before this I was using a normal liner, and I've had to stop every half an hour, and there was 1 or 2 occasions where I've had to lift the front wheel up to get over an obstacle and my arm slips out. So yeah, you can hit the deck quite hard. Yeah, and that's basically my arm and my liner. On the bike itself, I've got a universal ball joint, and this design I designed myself. It's the easiest I could make it, because there's not much help out here in South Africa to try and design things around a bicycle for an amputee guy, especially with arms, is not easy. So this basically slips in here. There's a little hole drilled through the side for a R clip. As you can see, there's an R clip there that's attached to my glove. This basically holds the sleeve in place. So when I do ride, it stays in position, and if it happens that I am going to fall, then obviously I just need to let go of the handlebar that side, and it will release the bar off the end. It does work. I had come off quite a few times, and it has saved me. Then again, there's also the times that I have wiped out and forget to pull the cord out. On the other side of the bike, I've basically moved everything from the right hand side to the left hand side. So I've got a dropper post lever on the front here. I've got an 11 byte grip shift, and my front and my rear brakes, I put them both to the one side, which is my back brakes at the bottom and my front brakes on top. The Shimano brakes fit nicely over each other, so I didn't have to do any modifications. There is a product from Hope that they've released last year, end of last year. It is a one brake system with 2 levers. I can get hold of it in South Africa. You can get it through your local agent or supplier. You're looking at around about anything between 7,000 and 8,500 rand for the complete brake setup system. So it's only one brake unit, or the caliper units part that goes in the handlebar, and it's just got 2 levers attached to it to try and pull the brakes. Other than that, the bike is stock standard, nothing else has changed. Only thing I did was I just changed the suspension and the wheels and the group set on it, just to make it easier for me. So that's a little bit more of myself. If you guys have any questions or need to find out any information regarding the liners, you're welcome to contact me via my Facebook page on Messenger. So yeah, hope to see you guys out there, and if any guys require any assistance getting back on a bicycle, more than welcome to help me. I'll help out where I can. That's what we're there for, mountain bikers. Thanks a lot, have a nice day, cheers.